Josh said, I'm an airline pilot, and I just want to let you know that in my professional opinion, which again, nobody asked for. To your point about opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. Nobody wants to hear it. So in his professional opinion... Yeah.
Your opinion?
Touche. Well, touche salesman. So he goes, in my professional opinion, you guys, in brackets, Rossi and Thim included, at least he called you Thim. I gave him bonus points for that. Suck at traveling on airplanes for as much as you do it. I can safely say that I spend as much time, if not more, in the back of an airplane. Pro tip, buy a Nintendo Switch and wear noise-canceling Bluetooth headphones. Amateurs. This is what Josh said.
So first of all, Josh, you're a grown-ass adult male, and you're telling people to buy a Nintendo Switch? What is wrong with you? Is it pink and blue as well?
I will say I have a Nintendo Switch.
You have a daughter that you use it with. You don't take it on the airplane and play your little video games of animated characters next to other adults who are doing things like, I don't know, reading, doing work emails, watching a television show. Your pro tip is to play a Game Boy like I did on a bus to middle school, Josh. And you're calling us amateurs?
Oh, my God. For the record.
And we all have Bluetooth headphones, Josh. This is 2021.
I just love the idea, too, that I have a Nintendo Switch, so I didn't realize that the seat is comically too small. I got Bluetooth headphones, so I didn't notice the guy shaking the out of my chair.
Yeah. A Switch and Bluetooth headphones is equivalent to a private jet. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it made everything else and the other 205 passengers around you disappear. That must be nice.
Again, this guy...
state of delirium.
This guy very clearly sent this message to get us riled up to get a response. I feel like he was not expecting this.
Don't care.
To be fair, even Tim and I weren't quite expecting this reaction from Alex. I did not realize where he was with this. But so
Alex,
I replied. So because
no,
here's the thing.
Just critiquing our travel capability that we've been doing since we were children is just.
You're also doing it based off a joke, right? Like it goes off a very common theme on internet banter, which is people take jokes in a literal sense and totally ruin the joke. So I obviously have, because I was complaining about a crying baby and a guy's cell phone going off or whatever. So I think that was what he was alluding to with the Bluetooth headphones. Obviously, I have noise canceling headphones. That's just that's not the point. You're missing the point. So if Josh's point was just to get talked about success, because I did actually reply. I don't reply to a lot of stuff, but I did reply to this one. Because I said, here at Off Track, we bring 24-inch TVs and Nintendo 64s onto the plane. That's how pros do it.
Which is reality.
Which is true.
I went and searched out in Austin during a race weekend, actually, the appropriately sized television that I knew could fit into my carry-on, so that when Tim and I flew from Austin to Los Angeles, we could plug in our Nintendo 64, have our controllers, have our TV screen at our feet, and play real Mario Kart on the airplane. And I feel like...
Let's also be clear here. Anything that's not on a Nintendo 64 is fake Mario Kart.
That is
correct, 100%. So, whatever he said. Oh, because then he then replied. I just saw it this morning, just moments before we went recording. He replied, I knew being snarky would get a response. The Switch has Mario Kart 64 on it as well. Erroneous. That is almost the most offensive thing that he said. Because to say that it's the same experience playing Mario Kart 64 on a Switch compared to actually on an N64, it just shows you know nothing about Nintendo or Mario Kart. He says, so no need for the 24-inch TV, which there's a lot of things I don't need, Josh. There's a lot of things I don't need that I want anyway. You don't need a Nintendo Switch, but you've got one. You know what I'm saying? So, don't tell me what I do and don't need.
You also don't need Bluetooth headphones. You can have wired headphones that are noise canceling.
Sure don't.
I'm just going to come out and say you don't need to DM us.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so, and then just to cap it all off, he did end with, have a good week, Hinch. So I think Josh is a nice guy. I'm not actually, I don't think he's a bad person. I think his Nintendo, Alex might have a different opinion, but his Nintendo knowledge and opinions are as errant and awry as his opinions on our travel capabilities.
So here's my issue.
But thanks for listening, buddy. I appreciate it.
I don't think he's going to listen anymore.
Okay, so we'll have 8 listeners instead of 9. Like, who cares? So here's my thing. I'm
Actively
all for
on our own listener count is just awesome. Alex Palou, great guy, phenomenal driver, loving to bits. Had this whole thing about having fried chicken after he won a race, right? And then he won a second race, and it was a whole fried chicken thing. And by the third race, I mean, the internet had really just jumped both feet into the fried chicken pool. And then, of course, he goes and wins the championship. And he's driving chicken mobiles around the speedway and things, which...
real badass stuff.
Right. The guy just won the IndyCar championship, his second year in the series, and, like, the big celebration is driving a chicken limo around the speedway. Cool. I mean, cool. Maybe, fine. Like, I get it. It's part of the shtick. I think we need to let it go, though, because last weekend, Alex went to a Colts game, and the Colts won. And someone made a comment like, oh, since the Colts won, do you have to eat fried chicken again? It's like, this guy's never going to eat fried chicken again if you people keep this up. Like, you are just hammering this point a little too hard and maybe ruining the joke a bit and maybe potentially his favorite food.
So you're just worried that somebody's going to keep a gimmick going too long, Mr. Mayor?
In fake towns that don't exist, that you're the fake mayor of. Yeah.
My complaint box is empty, my friend, except from Josh.
Oh, that was really good, Tim.
No, it's not good. It's totally different.
Well,
It's totally different. Because you know what the difference is? I'm perpetuating this for myself. Someone else is perpetuating this for him, and maybe he doesn't want it.
that is.
I like my made-up
Poor guy
town.
has to eat more fried chicken.
I mean, he kind of really watches his diet and stuff. I don't think he wants to eat it every day. He's like a responsible athlete. It's not. This might come as a shock to you, Tim. Fried chicken, not great for you. Although if you're going to indulge, I do recommend Root and Bone, 46 in College in South Broad Ripple, Indianapolis. Wonderful fried chicken. Sweet tea brined, really, really good. Very moist, a lot of flavor.
We get it.
Root and
You
Bone.
own a restaurant.